Hey everybody, welcome. Come on in. Get cozy, I'll be there in just a second. Happy to have you here tonight. Hey everybody, it's me. How we doing tonight? Welcome to WagWorksGA. I am Jeff, or Wags if you want. Hey, this is our channel. My wife Ashley and I, we are the G and the A in WagWorksGA, and we are a husband-wife, author-illustrator team, working on kids' graphic novels. Also, I like to do some fan art here and there, as you know, some slice-of-life comics. We have a good time. We draw, we listen to good music, we chill. Frank, hey, how's it going? So we, this is, as the title indicates, this is travel stream the third. We are on the road still. It's been a rather epic trip. I'm going the wrong way. Come on, I can hide behind chat. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, it's all good. So yeah, welcome to everybody from beautiful central Wisconsin. We fled the incoming tropical storm of Maryland last week, and now are safely nestled in some nice fall colors, I guess. It's been a little bit dreary, but it should clear up soon, so that'll be good. So yeah, Frank, what's up? What you doing? How's your day going? You Wisconsin, come on now, come on. It is cheese country.
And cows.
And cows.
And
Wait, what was the last one?
football.
And football. Go Packers! They're actually playing right now. Not that I've been really following too closely lately. But who doesn't love a good cheese? Unless you're lactose intolerant. Or have dairy allergies. Or just don't like cheese. Anyway. Wait, you died? Like died? Dead died? Dead died? I'm in suspense and I'm watching. Hopefully we don't have a minute and a half delay or this is going to be some really boring television. Delivering the mail. Okay, I'm here for it. I mean, you mentioned you had that one getting chewed out. That's good. I do this. Okay. Drive 2 hours. Check. Deliver mail for 9 hours. All right. Check. I mean, that's a real bargain for whoever's paying you. But yeah, I mean, I don't have to do the math to tell you that that's not great. Because you're sitting at, 13 hours of work. I mean, I'll calculate this out to the decimal, whatever decimal you want. But that does sound perhaps a little undervalued, I would say. So $90 for 13 hours of work.
That's not much.
That is $6.92.3076923307. Okay, clearly this is repeating.
Need to triple it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like a family favor. Okay. With some pay added. Last minute. Man, that's hard. 2 hour drive to do it last minute. Whew. Wait, what was so dumb? It's not your imagination, our lights just got cooler. It's good. It's good. Oh no. So it's sounding like it was more than one route, whichever you prefer, really. Sleeping in today, can you help him? Well, since you're already here, might as well just... Frank, that sounds awful, man. I'm sorry. Like, I appreciate you're doing it. You're helping out, and that's awesome. But man, that sounds like not a lot of fun. Oh no. Frank, I'm sorry, this story just keeps getting worse for you. This is just gonna keep getting better, isn't it? Okay. So I'm just waiting in anticipation. I'm excited to see the conclusion. Is this? Yeah. Okay. I thought it was getting better for you, but nope. Nope. Is this the part where he says like, oh, I guess not, thanks, and then he goes home? Because it feels like that's where this is going. Okay. The halfway through call? All right. All right. Oh gosh. Oh no, Frank, I am sorry. That. Oh my gosh. So I am sorry. That is a rough. That's a rough time. There's more. Oh no. Oh man, so it sounds like he was just not planning on having a full day. A full day of work in there. Oh man, I don't know what to say, Frank. That is rough. I mean, it's good on you for helping out however you can with your aunt and uncle, and helping out the friend too. But that's rough, you know. Finished both routes at 4. Yeah. Oh god. Oh my goodness, that is just. Yeah, if you're gonna be doing it on a regular basis, why don't they just don't. It sounds like this post office might need, you know, maybe some help. maybe they need to hire somebody. And then you can actually get the pay that you're supposed to. Not that I'm in charge of these things, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds real annoying. I feel for you, man. I'm sorry. You know what I will do? I'm gonna get started on warm up real quick while we're hanging here. I get it. Yeah, it sounds like you're doing a lot just to get over there and oh, Frank, you know, I may someday draw both a Flamigo and a Weedle, but it's in the cards. It's got to be in the cards. Thanks again to McDonald's, who is not sponsoring our stream, for providing Pokemon cards for us. Also, my daughter for buying a pack of Pokemon cards. Well, I'll have you know, Fuecoco is a card that is in the ones that I'm holding in my hand. Will it be the one that I pick? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Rigged. How dare you? Cheating in my stream? Never. Alright. So, I don't even know how to hold these the right way, but here we go. Okay. I got Kirlia, which is one of my... You're gonna cancel me? Listen, I'm just gonna prove to you it was totally random. Fuecoco was... That's not Fuecoco. Come on. It's a shiny one too. Woo. No, listen. I'm gonna honor the card draw, but Fuecoco will return a future. I'm not holding up Fuecoco now. Fuecoco will return in a future one for draw because it is a family favorite as well. So at this point, y'all know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up my art screen. Canceled. Is that what I'm feeling right now? Okay. Gonna grab a reference image. I almost just grabbed Fuecoco anyway. Okie dokie, okie dokie. So you keep saying, last week you said NFT as well? Are you saying I'm an NFT bro? Is the whole thing NFT bro? Wait, what? I'm not an NFT bro? I'm not really particularly an NFT anything? What is... Oh yeah. No, that's not me. That really doesn't describe me at all. I'm not a bro who loves NFTs. I'm not really into any of the blockchain based stuff. I should ask, are you? Okay. All right, get my timer all set up here. Okay. Oh, someone got mad. So your comic involved poking fun at NFTs or NFT bros, and someone got upset about it? I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody watching how to spend their money. But I particularly wouldn't advise NFTs as a wise investment. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel about it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start my timer. I did forget to set up my chat view screen, so I'm going to be hopping back and forth a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't understand sometimes how passionate people get about things. Some things, at least. So... anybody, I mean, Frank, you know the drill with these. Anybody who hasn't watched this before, this is my warm-up. I just put 5 minutes on the clock. I pick a Pokemon card randomly, at least out of a subset of ones that I like, and then I sketch it. I'm not going to finish this sketch. I'm, at least not, tonight. I'm definitely not going to get past probably pencils in terms of drawing stages tonight. This is just to warm up. This is to loosen up my arm, get my brain clicking away on art. And maybe come back to it some other day if I'm real happy with it, where it's going. But that is not the goal tonight. And as always, I welcome everybody watching. Everybody drawing to watch along. Now, everyone watching to draw along. That's actually a bigger hair thing there. As I say just about every time, this is the sketch phase, so I'm using a real big brush here, so I am not tempted to try to draw too many crazy details. I'm just thinking shapes. Actually, yeah, that's better. And per my usual, I'm just going to draw this Pokemon sleeping. Or resting, either way. So we got these kind of things. Also, shoutouts to Gardevoir, one of my favorite psychic types since Gen 3. You got hate mail in Magic the Gathering? How? Fuecoco looks different. Yeah, what can I say? I take the Fuecoco art in a different direction. That's... my kids will definitely be happy to hear your staunch support of Fuecoco. I'm sure they'll probably lobby for Fuecoco next week. Actually, this is okay. Alright. Alright. Pretty happy with this sketch. Or this, yeah, sketch. By the way, it's been a crazy week. So apologies if my brain isn't quite all here. We had extended family member medical stuff going on, so everybody's okay now, thankfully. We're happy for it, but that's what I'm on working. My work is potentially going to be impacted, at least somewhat, if they do the shutdown. So there's been a lot of activity going on about that. So that's all good times. Yes, I do agree. I like how derpy Fuecoco looks. For a long time, I went back and forth trying to figure out who would be my starter in Scarlet Violet if I was picking. And Fuecoco was a strong contender, especially since I used to always pick the fire types. But actually, I think Sprigatito kind of won me over. I know that's going to be a not popular opinion. Well, I won't go homeless. I'll actually get to continue working. I don't. So I work with a government office, but not for the government. So I'm fortunate enough to get to continue my work. But I am good friends with many federal employees who will be stuck in kind of a weird limbo situation, and that's hard. All right, that's 5 minutes. But you know what? We got a workable sketch out of it. So I'm going to say yay. Yay! Do I look excited? Okay. So we're going to pick up on this comic from Ashlee. And I thought of a note I wanted to make on this panel, which was panel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might add a secondary sketch layer here, just to dial in a couple details. What size? A little bit big there. Actually, here we go. Like the biggest, cutest, sweetest eyes. Before the delivery of the dead people line. I like that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, that's just a note to myself for when I get through the pencils that I want to do that. Okay. And now we will go back to the beginning, which is a very good place to start, as we all know. And I'm just gonna do my standard sketches, pencils, inks here. I could try going straight to inks, but I really prefer if I can just get that detail work nailed out early on. So I'm gonna do that. I didn't plagiarize her work. We're a team. We're a team. Although I told her I really liked her comic, what she did, but she's like, no, you should draw it in your style. Right? I'm not just making this up.
That is correct. I confirm.
She confirms. It's confirmed. And you know what? Hold on a second. Just hold on. I'm gonna be right back because I forgot to set up my chat window, and I'm not gonna leave you. Not gonna leave you just hanging, Frank. What's that? Okay. Thank you. All right, it's coming. We're getting it set up. Yeah, you better run. Don't read what last message? I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe we can do it this way. Will it fit like there-ish? I can get it set up. I just need to log in. Thrilling television, folks. Thank you for hanging with us. Yeah, probably don't need to plug it in. It's good. So Frank, do you have any more fun story time while I get this my chat screen set up? I'm hoping Janice will also show up. I still have to hear their streaming story. Yay, more Frank story time. All right, I'm ready. I'm here for it. Let's do it. Wait, you have a puppy? Yay. Okay, there we go. This is not a straight line. Oh, a stray you found? Aw. Wait, under the house? Aw. So, you've had her, and she said that is so sweet. A little monster. What, just like kind of a mix, or? Oh. So does she actually, like, do you ever let her in, or is it just like that's her space and you come and hang out, share a sandwich, pizza? Croque monsieur. I don't know, man. Even the ugly dogs can be pretty cute, if you ask me. And clearly we had like a Leaning Tower of Pisa situation going on with this museum before, so now that I'm nailing things down a bit more, I'm gonna go ahead and use the ruler. At least doing it this way I can get juggling my pen. Oh. Aw. So you also have two other small dogs. That's cool. Come here, Willie. Just for fun? Oh wait, that is not where that goes. That goes here. Okay, that's better. And that's gonna be way easier to dial in on those lines when I do lines. Yeah, I don't need that one. But I will pull over for the columns. I feel like I still like that spacing pretty well, so I'm gonna leave that like that. So you have two other pups as well? In addition to Willie? Alright. Willie's the only good one? Aw. No, I'm a big fan of pets myself. We don't currently have any, but they are great. The other two are entitled. Yeah, you know what? It happens. It happens sometimes. Okay, I can freehand these guys. That's fine. He says, drawing it horribly wrong. We're gonna move you. So I swear. Oh, they always. Well, yeah, right? They get. I feel like especially little dogs get super territorial. And they'll always act like they're the big. When they see other dogs that they want to scare off, they're like, yes, I'm a giant intimidating dog. Flee. Oh, actually. Alright, I mean, I could set up rulers for all these steps. I'm feeling a little bit lazy, especially since I'm just doing pencils. So I'm just gonna freehand it. It does not have to be perfect. And if it looks especially atrocious, I can always fix it in the inks layer. You know what's funny is I definitely didn't hear that as I read it, and now I do, and that's hilarious. No impropriety assumed, Frank. You're good. You're good. Yep, straight lines. My nemesis. Or I could just follow the advice that I heard of drawing. The easiest straight line you'll ever draw is straight down. Is straight down. Yep. Boom. I nailed it. That is awesome. Yeah, so I think I mentioned we were on travel in Maryland last week. That was where I was for my work meetings. And we fled the tropical storm coming in. So we were leaving to head west on Friday, right when the storm was coming in. And it's funny because like we moved to Florida about a year ago, just 2 weeks before the first hurricane they got, and then they got another one in November, and then we got a little bit of Idalia this year, and then we go to Maryland and we get another tropical storm. Oh, 150 gig update? That's it's little, right? Teeny tiny. No big deal. It's like a, quick little download, right? You could do it over your cell. I forgot you said you played COD. I knew you said Dead by Daylight. Alright, gonna stop monkeying around and penciling these stairs. Anyway, we're hurricane magnets apparently. That's how we roll. So I guess if you ever need a hurricane or something, just let me know. I'll see if I can hook you up. Am I excited for Halloween? Yeah. You know, one of these days I really want to make my own costume, get into it. It just seems like there's never exactly time to do that thing, you know? But I like it. Like, I'm not super spooky, but I enjoy spooky stuff enough. Especially if it's like the cutesy spooky, like the cookie gargoyle. A goobdigus. I think that's right. Dana, am I right? Give me a thumbs up in the comments on YouTube if I got that right. Give me some other humorous emote if I am sadly wrong. I guess I could always, think, when I had the bad time lag a couple weeks ago, people commenting on YouTube is the biggest time lag of all. The Wagner family is living natural disasters. I mean, if that was the truth, wouldn't that technically classify as a superpower? And that's pretty rad, if you ask me. I am the storm conjurer. Is that what we're going with? That's not a good side for the window. Just redrawing some windows. Yes, I am all about loosey-goosey seasonal specials. That is great. I would love to see it. Bum, 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 bum. People got mad at you for saying Happy Halloween for those who celebrate it? What is upsetting about that? You know, Frank, it's almost like people on the internet just like to get mad. I know, it's a crazy thing to say. I haven't drawn the outrage yet, but I'm sure if I do this long enough, I'll get there. You can't make everybody happy. Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. It's people feel very comfortable just yelling at other people on the internet. As much as the internet does great things, like I wouldn't get to be hanging out chatting with you, Frank, if the internet wasn't what it was now, and I wouldn't get to share doing art, and I actually find this incredibly fun, and I love doing it. And yet, it does enable some kind of the worst comment, like parts of humanity to come on out. It kind of makes you wonder, like, what kind of mail did Bill Watterson get with Calvin and Hobbes? Like, was there, wasn't there one where he like made fun of the Eisenhower like election slogan of like "I like Ike"? Was someone like outraged and wrote like Bill Watterson like, "How dare you insult that slogan"? I mean, honestly, it kind of makes me laugh to imagine that strongly worded letter that came of it. And I guess I always assumed the internet itself was partially to blame, in that the ease of people, or that it was a unique beast somehow in allowing people to feel like a sense of anonymity to complain about stuff. But honestly, maybe it just makes it easier for us to see it. Because also, like, human's gonna human. It's just, there's some things that we are just kind of programmed to do. And complain is definitely one of those things. Ask anyone who has children. So I'm thinking that perhaps I'll probably be working on this comic for a few more streams at least. Probably when I finish this one, it's going to be time to start moving on and thinking about what I want to do as a donation piece for GDQ, for AGDQ in January. I have to double check what their deadlines are for prize submissions. Their schedule, I think, is already out, so I should be able to pick something that they're actually playing this year. Not that that always matters. I did Kirby for SGDQ, and they were no Kirby games, but there was definitely a handful of Kirby prizes. Because he's Kirby, he's so cute. How can you not love him? Oh, Bill Watterson got in trouble in the 80s? Oh man, this is news to me. And yet I'm not shocked. Not because Bill Watterson is like a rabble rouser, but, you know, as I said, human's gonna human. Okay, let me read this one. Yes, Bill Watterson, the creator of Calvin and Hobbes, did receive negative feedback for one of his comic strips. In a strip from the late 80s, Watterson depicted Calvin imagining himself in an F-15 fighter jet launching missiles at his elementary school and completely destroying it. This comic strip was intended to show a child's wild thoughts, but it received considerable criticism. Watterson admitted that he got some nasty letters over his depiction of Calvin blowing up his school with missiles. He wrote that some readers thought it was inexcusable to show a kid fantasize about bombing his school off the face of the earth, while adding that apparently some of my readers were never kids themselves. Okay, there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to unpack there, honestly. I think I know the comic they're talking about. And yeah, I didn't, especially as a kid, I didn't bat an eye at it. Yeah, I agree. Well, I think sitting here in 2023, our view of this is going to be extremely different than it would have been even in the 80s. I guess I'm surprised, but also a little relieved that there was pushback on it even back then. But it's good, you know. I think it's good to know that there were voices on both sides of that issue, because yeah, you don't necessarily want to encourage fantasized violence. Okay. Okay. On to panel 2. Yeah, absolutely. If it was published now, it would be worse. In fact, it most likely would just not... It would have been a non-starter with his editor at this point. I mean, unless they very intentionally did it and said, hey, we're doing this to provoke discussion and thought. But even then, I feel like it just wouldn't fly today. As it shouldn't, I feel like. Even with the best of intent, we're in such a different place right now. Again, these are all my personal feelings, and I don't mean to push out anyone who might disagree, but I feel personally like it makes a lot more sense for it to possibly never see the light of day if it were made today. Oh yeah. Yeah. I thought the number was way higher than 27, honestly. Finally, all those classes in T-Rex anatomy are really paying off. Being I love all the jokes out there about like how Bing AI is basically just like the Microsoft Office paperclip, but like resurrected. Those were good times, right? Anybody remember that stuff? That is not Haichin. Nor is that. Yeah, fix that guy right there. Clippy from the dead. Hey, I think you just found your Halloween costume. Just saying. And if you have a friend that you're going with, they could be Bonzi Buddy. That is the stuff of nightmares. Good luck ever trying to get that software off your computer. just keep just going trick-or-treating and keep coming back to the same house. Do you wish to uninstall? Sure. Thank you for choosing Bonzi Buddy. Did anyone actually choose Bonzi Buddy? That's the question. Do I like that line? No. No, we can do better. We can do better. Okay. I've got to drop my pencil size here just so I can actually fit this as more than like a dot. Oh, Frank, I do remember when you got internet from a disk. I remember when you got internet from a disk with a K at the end. Oh, she had a ponytail. Ugh. Wrong hairstyle in panel 1. Come on, man. Get that flat brow line. Yeah, actually, fun fact. I had a friend who worked at like a office supply store that had like a copy center, and one of the places where they had the giant crates of the America Online for free CDs. And so he, you know, when they didn't go through a lot of them and it was time to clear them out, he just had these like crates of the America Online for free CDs. And turns out you can have a lot of creative fun with them. I was into martial arts and stuff, so I had and also just kind of a strange kid, so I had swords, a few like model, like not combat swords, but like display metal swords. And so we had fun pitching the discs and taking swings at them. We may have also created scale mail out of the discs. That was good times. Ornamental. Yeah, ornamental, if you will. I'm not paying enough attention to tell if I'm making the faces that I'm drawing, but I'm imagining myself doing it, and it's hilarious. That's a bit. There we go. That works. There we go. Get that bubble just how I want it. So I can attempt to trace over later in the inks layer. Look forward to, you know, 7 to 8 repetitions of that. Remember when you got an N64 when you were in college? I had access to an N64, but I did not get one when I was in college. And dare I say they came out before I was in college. Good guess though. As it turns out, my roommate in the dorms had an N64. Yeah, I mean, I may be dating myself a little here, but yeah, the GameCube is what actually came out when I was in college. Okay, this panel is good. We can move on. Grandpa Jeff. Hey now. Not yet. Although I will admit, at least finally nobody asks me what grade I'm in anymore. In like 20 years, please. Frank, stop. I'm turning to dust as we speak. Why does any of us has to be old and dying? No, thank you. I mean, I know I understand what life is like, but let's focus on the positive, eh? The here and the now. Yes. When the memorial comes out for Illustrator of the Millennia, I will absolutely like. I knew him. We hung out. It was cool. We hung out in a tiny chat box. He came and kept me company while I drew random things and talked about the olden days. Oh, right. I gotta fix the hair. Fix the hair. I don't know why I felt the need to yell that. Like, ah! Apparently, I'm just getting super intense now. Should I do that? Should I bring more adrenaline to the stream? You guys were gonna draw and it's gonna be totally great! I don't know how long I can actually keep that up. Maybe if I actually had coffee. I usually have actually a little bit of coffee. That, you know, Frank, that is so magnanimous of you. Thank you. I thank future Frank for helping us achieve our dreams, you know? Jeff on caffeine. Jeff on caffeine is every day. I think the scarier thing is Jeff in the mornings without caffeine. Sometimes it's you know, grumpy. Sometimes it's just not great. It's just like, you know, he's kind of here, maybe. Nope, that is an eraser, Jeff. He does stuff like that. Nope. Nope. There we go. I can draw fingers that don't look weird. This is my song I sing to encourage myself. Hey, what do you think, guys? Are we full-time karaoke stream now? Yeah? There are no pockets in heaven, Jeff. I'm processing that one right now. I'm assuming it's a statement about wealth and not being able to like carry it with you. But then like another part of my brain is like, but pockets are so great. I love having pockets. Boo. Wait, was the boo to the karaoke? Oh my goodness. I'm losing it. This is Jeff Unhinged. I mean, not really. That would like even more so. Yes. I like how you're just gradually changing how you spell my name as you go. It's good times. It's good times. Honestly, it's fine. Either way. Have I listed the myriad things that are not Jeff that I have been called? Because it's a lot. There are a lot of things that are not my actual name that I've been called. I mean, the most common one, any guesses? Frank, do you have any guesses for what the most common name that is not Jeff that people call me? Let me guess. George, oh, well, Joff, yeah. That one I do get. George, that was just surprisingly once, even though it probably has the most letters in common with my actual name. Any other guesses? Any other guesses? Anyone? Anyone? Alright, I'm gonna count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Why did I do this on my pen hand? 2, 1. It's Greg. Greg is the most common non-Jeff name that I get called. I actually spent an entire semester of high school algebra class as Greg because we had a sub while the teacher was out on maternity leave. And I just never corrected them. And to be fair, there are much worse names. So any Gregs out there, props to you. Your name is pretty solid. But I've also been Godfrey. I've been Glenn. There's more. Glenn, Greg, Godfrey, George, Jorf. I don't know how they got an R in there. They did. It kind of worked. Actually, that's one that has become a favorite name with friends. So thank you to the inventor of that one. I appreciate it. Obviously, Geoff. That's one you get all the time. Okay, well, if the shoulder's at that angle doesn't make much sense for the arm. Let's fix that, hey? Hey? You're home alone? Like, just you're on your own at the moment, or like you're setting elaborate traps for burglars who are trying to break into your home? So, follow-up question. Do you enjoy having that kind of space for yourself? So it's both. You are also setting the elaborate traps. That was good. You know, at the very least, it's good practice. I know this is supposed to be based on like the Hope Diamond type of thing, but I'm just kind of drawing it like Princess Peach's like gem that she has on her dress. Okay, so one other person is good, but it's too many more, and you start to lose your mind. So a little like, so maybe are you the kind of person that likes to take a little bit of space? Like if it's a bunch of people, you just kind of need to step out for a bit sometimes. I get that, if that's the case. Tempted to move with your cousin? Are they close to where you are now? And also, would you have all the pets? Oh, so if I do the case, all right. It's like I want to draw the case to make it clear like that's what Ashlee is squishing her face up against. But then if I do that, I either need to draw Quinn's head, child number one's head entirely inside of it, or I need to, because I could have it pass through and then I would just slightly offset part of it to make it clear like the glass is distorting a little bit. Is your hometown, didn't you say you were out in like New Mexico? Is your cousin also in that state? Also, what would the angle of the top of this case be? Last week, Jeff was lazy and didn't detail this all out. He gave me work and thinking to do. Boo hiss. Thanks a lot last week, Jeff. Maybe... Hey, hello there. Mr. Bagel Fart, how are you? And what do you prefer I call you? Is bagel okay? I mean, not that I'm opposed to saying fart, but you know, whatever you like. Bagel shirt? All right. Well, hey, welcome. Welcome. I'm Jeff. You could also call me Wags, or you could do what Frank here does and just alternate all sorts of various names that start with a J-ish sound and end with an F-ish sound. It's a good time. Yeah, there you go, Frank. Nailed it. Nailed it. So, Bagel, how you doing tonight? Could be super lazy and just draw it to the top there. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's good times. Ah, well, hey, I'm glad you're back. Thank you so much for coming and joining us. I do think we have fun here. I know I look forward. I stream about once a week right now, usually Thursday nights at this time. And I definitely look forward to doing it every week. It's fun hanging out with you guys. It's fun drawing. I like it. I like it all. No, well, I have some ideas about things that are stupid, but I'm sensing you have something specific in mind, Frank. Probably like push a little bit of the hair there. It's like it's pushing against, so it'll be slightly lighter color. Sirens passing by. Okay, so kind of a little bit of a yo-yo thing going on. All right. So we should probably have some sort of speech bubble here. Speech bubble, word balloon. I will use both interchangeably, sometimes in the same project. Do not be alarmed. Oh man. Ouch. So the other sibling kind of set a precedent that caused a rule to be made that impacted everybody. Maybe here? Maybe there. Maybe. She's dead to you, but not really. I think that's good. I mean, that she's not really. Don't get me wrong. There are circumstances where sometimes you need to take some space from people, but if you can manage it, it's good to not. Yeah, maybe I'll move that bubble a little bit. At least the tail on it. It's kind of interfering with the yawn. I got out of hand there. Your everything here? Is this from the mail delivering? Are you okay? Jim. Okay. That is a known cause of everything hurting. So just kind of rough in a background here. Maybe they're gonna have some podiums of some sort displaying things. Heard a noise out there. Go take a peek. We're good. We're good. Did the doctor yell at you to go to the gym? Or did the doctor just yell at you? Fair, fair. Although I feel like treadmills are not only for level 1. They can go very fast. Very fast. I realize that I'm kind of drawing these background display cases basically as like the Animal Crossing museum things that you can dig up. I did say level 1. LV1? Oh. Listen, man, my contacts are going blurry. I may have not read some things correctly. 1v1. Oh no. Frank, no, I'm gonna go all like Infinity War. As we speak, you will just see me flake away. Which, I mean, you know, if that happens, if you could do me a favor and just, you know, collect the Infinity Stones and wish me back, no big deal. Everyone, I'd like to make a retraction about my previous statement about levels and ones. It's 1 versus 1. That's, yeah. Yeah, I need to move that. I'm tangenting all over the place. Come on. There we go. All right. Boop, boop, boop. Better. But I made the retraction. Everything's good now, right? Everything's good. Now we know that you challenged your doctor to gladiatorial combat, and he said no, treadmill. One on one, 1 versus 1. You know. You say tomato, I say something that's clearly not tomato, but then I try to make a joke about it and laugh it off. It's all good. Clearly. Thank you. I am grateful for your forgiveness, Frank. Thank you. Until the next mistake I make. Are we talking art mistakes, or is it just faux pas, social faux pas? No faux pas. You know, faux pas kind of works with the one-on-one thing. I'm sorry, I just need to give up. I need to stop and just accept my mistake and move on. I will say this is by far not the fastest penciling I have ever done, but I'm having a good time. You know? And that's what really matters. I'm going to drop this just so I can leave myself a note in here about what I actually intend to do with these dollar signs. Because, you know, sometimes next week Jeff doesn't really remember what this week Jeff wanted to do. Upload an official apology video. Does it count if I do it live and then just upload the whole thing to YouTube? Can I do that? Or is that not acceptable? Let's not quite hide those before. Yep, beep, beep, beep. It needs edits and sad music and tears. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I can swing it. I didn't even put up an Instagram post today that I was going live because I was scrambling to set everything up. I'm as much as I would love to edit videos, I don't know if I have time to do that. Okay. This side of the hair is not quite up to snuff. What is this mix? I like it. The world could use more heroes. By Kirlia. Thank you, Game Chops. Lazy streamer. I know, I am a, you know. Just getting by with the bare minimum. That's how we work. That's how we roll. I know, I haven't even gotten the stream ending thing done yet. One of these days. One of these days. I have such big ideas for stream. Such big ideas and such little time. Such little time. My goodness. Get it together. Maybe the answer is just more caffeine. You've seen just a hint of the fury that is caffeinated Jeff. Could you just imagine stream starts? I come diving into the chair. Hello, friends! Let's draw! Honestly, would that be an improvement? What do we think? I have disconnected her head from her body. That's a mistake. In the drawing only. Everything's fine. Ashlee's fine. We're fine. Okay. Okay. Feels like I'm picking up a little speed. That's good. Shirt sleeve should probably be the same size. Haven't seen that trend taken off. Frank, no, she's fine. I promise. I promise she's good. Why is that hair not coming out quite how I want it? Must have accidentally hit the switch and flipped off my drawing skills. I hate it when that happens. Do you ever get it, Frank, where you like sit down to draw, you're like, can I still do this? Do I still remember how to draw? Get that bubble a little bit tighter. There we go. Okay. I think the rule is you should usually leave at least like 1.5 characters width between your text and the farthest out point of your bubble for readability. You don't... Frank, I've seen your Instagram. You draw. Did I forget to write the text? I did forget to write the text. Cool. Cool. I mean, you don't have to do much more than stick figures, though, to be honest. Hey Ash, could you verbally vouch to the stream that you are alive and well? I was drawing and I was offset and it was your face in the comic, and I said I accidentally detached her head from her body, and I wanted to make it clear it was the stick figure or the drawing and not you, and I just want to make sure everyone knows you're good.
I'm good. Just going to bed.
Okay. All right.
Alive and well. I don't have a newspaper.
Okay. But you are responding to me live, so that's something. It's the real Ashlee, Frank. Come on.
It's a recording.
It's not a recording. Why would I make a recording that says it's a recording? I haven't been drawing as much this week with being on the road and trying to balance a bunch of stuff. It's nice to get back to it today, but the family member I mentioned that was had some health stuff was in the hospital, and so the kids and I we found a whiteboard in the room, and that was my drawing for the week, as we had fun decorating the whiteboard for family member and hospital staff.
It was not to sew my head back on.
It was not what?
To sew my head back on.
It was it was not to sew Ashlee's head back on. She is okay. That was not necessary at any point. Just like in Twilight, calling you not James. Listen, we may have gone through a Twilight phase. A very seriously into Twilight phase. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I stand by it.
I even read all the books.
Yeah, we read the books, all of it. It was good.
Had a blanket, had a bookmark, and I've done that.
We had the blanket, the book, and the official Bella jacket from Hot Topic. Yeah, because we're cool. You read the first book because you were involved with a lady. Well, it clearly stuck with you, as you referenced me as one of the, perhaps the antagonist, but as a non main poster character. I did not watch New Hope when it originally released in theaters. Are you trying to pinpoint how old I am? You asked the N64 question. Now you're asking about the movies. I should hope not, sir. Sorry to hear it. Hopefully the new relationship is better. I did. What am I doing? Where am I? What year is it? Is it Christmas? Alright, I think I spaced this out okay. You're losing your... Oh no. I am sorry to hear that. That sounds stressful. Is it because of the Twilight? I've heard that it's not for everyone, even though I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, good. Now I feel like if I ever go affiliate and make emotes, I'm going to have to hide a Twilight reference in one of them. But moving along. If you feel like you need to vent, Frank, this is a safe space. Although I will note recordings go up on YouTube, so you know your level of comfort. I mean, I was thinking maybe a bit more subtle. Oh my goodness. That emote, that's gonna haunt me a little bit. I magnified it. I kind of wish I hadn't. Hold on. I'm gonna bring it over to share this with the video. So if anyone's not here in chat. Wait, that photo wasn't doctored at all for the emote? That was... Didn't remember that part. Okay. Renesmee. Oh, goodness. 100%. Wow, so my memories of Breaking Dawn are perhaps not as clear as I thought they were. Do you remember Renesmee being creepy looking?
Well, it was a CG, like, toddler.
Okay.
You know, how many years ago?
Oh, yeah, so, like, very Uncanny Valley. Wow, my willing suspension of disbelief is ridiculous. I didn't even remember it being off.
Yeah.
You do?
We were into it.
We were into it, so we were willing to forgive a lot. Okay.
Also with the books.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I mean, look at us talking Twilight. Is there any question that we've hit peak content right now? Well, I just draw letters. Because letters are fun. She's great. Yeah, a bit. I would say a bit. I agree with you on that one. Even as a fan. Even as a fan. Four. That's right. Yeah. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finish these pencils one day. It might not be today, but I'm gonna keep on going right now. Nope, not panel 6. Panel 5. I mean, I welcome any more Twilight conversation. Oh, you might watch the next one tonight. So you just watched the first one, so you're ready to go into New Moon. You've given up on reading the books. Oh, so you're a Star Wars books fan. What are you reading right now? Are you reading like High Republic stuff? Or are you like old extended universe? I mean, there's other Star Wars books than those too, but those are what come to mind immediately. So we're, as much as we were Twilight fans, we are much bigger Star Wars fans. So I'm going to be 100% honest. I love the idea of High Republic, but I have not read any of it yet. I keep on meaning to grab a book to read, but I haven't gotten into it. Okay. So it's huge, right? Because it's spread across novels, comics, graphic novels. And then like there's the whole, like our kids watch the Young Jedi Adventures show, which takes place during the High Republic, but I don't know if they've got necessarily any canon that's like happening there. Heavy canon. Okay, that time I caught myself making the faces I was drawing. Oh man, I was looking at video clips to do the thumbnail for the YouTube video from last week. And I made some real great faces. Okay, so there's three adult novels. Okay. Well, that seems very manageable, and I might have to do that. Because I love it. I love that they're expanding the storytelling. I love that they're expanding the scope of the timeline of everything. Obviously, we've been watching, Ahsoka. So I'm excited for more Star Wars. The YA. Well, obviously, as a kidlit creator, I'm gonna say don't ever discount things just because they're not technically adult novels. Do not sleep on the middle grade and the YA stuff. There's a lot of amazing stuff out there for any age. So Thrawn Treason, that's the book, right? The novel? Okay. How do people carry bags? This is that whole, oh wait, do I still remember how to draw thing? Okay. I can do a smaller pen there. I'm not sure that design on the bag is gonna stay. I feel like I can probably do better, but I can't do better tonight. Okay, so there's the whole Thrawn canon trilogy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I knew a little bit about him going into Ahsoka, but it would be cool to learn more. And it's funny because hearing the phrase, heir to the empire, after, I read the old extended universe Heir to the Empire back in the day. Of course, I remember like none of it, but it was interesting hearing them toss that out because they have to know what that's going to evoke for a lot of old time fans. Yeah, it does seem like they're slowly mining a lot of the old EU stuff. They're just kind of like massaging it a little bit and bring it in a little bit more, I guess, intentionally. Is that the word? That is a very long short sleeve. Oh, they did. They brought Cortosis back into canon. Janos, hey! Good to see you. I was hoping you'd show up. How's it going? How's your week been? That's kind of funky. Oh, sorry it's been a long week for you. No worries, we're always glad to see you here. I'm always glad to see you. I know you said it's been a long week. Have things been going any better for you just in general? That might be too much. That might be too much. This is a G-rated comic. So that would be... So maybe I'll have him just like have her hand on his back. That might work. Moving slow, but getting there. Well, I'm hoping for you too. I know you've been having a bit of a rough go from what you've been saying, but I hope there's improvement soon. Where am I going with this? All right. Let's draw child number 2. Not quite. Something's funky there. I've been good. I've been good. It's been a busy week. So this is travel stream number 3. It's a long road trip, but it's been good so far. Not wearing down on it yet. Still enjoying the adventure. Yes, I am so happy that we are less laggy tonight. It's been good. But yeah, so I'm streaming tonight from beautiful central Wisconsin. where all the leaves are changing colors. It's very nice. Visiting my family. Had a little bit of extended family medical stuff this week, but everybody's okay, so we're happy about that. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. It's, you know, I was telling Frank, like, my job, I don't work for the federal government, but I work with the federal government. And I have a lot of friends who are federal employees that I work with, and lots of drama going on over the continued function of our government based on funding. So that's been interesting and not trivial this week. Wait, that's not true. Don't believe what Frank is saying. Let the record show. Maybe not an open mouth there. Maybe just a paying attention face. Totally. Oh no, I'm losing the chat. But yeah, so Frank and I were just talking Twilight, and then we were talking Star Wars. This is where I find out. No, nobody in this chat works for me. Because nobody works for me, actually. I work for right now. Thank you for your service at Waggy Co. Frank, I totally believe I would cry, but also I cry at the drop of a hat, like anything. It's like, I first remember really noticing it, like with, of all things, like Final Fantasy VIII, the end of it. And then it just kind of has continued to grow and grow and grow over the years, to where like I can be singing a happy song and just start like choking up. I'm a crier, and I'm happy to admit that. But on the bright side, that doesn't mean anything's a deterrent, because any media that I interact with, it has a chance of making me cry. Usually in a good way, though, just to be clear. So, Janos, we lost you last week before you had the chance to tell us your streamer story. I was wondering if you were still game to do that. No pressure. You are absolutely free to say you don't feel like it. But if you do feel like it, I'd love to hear. Absolutely interested. I really want these super cute eyes to work. gonna rotate this guy a little bit. Wow, that is not the straightest select line I've ever made, but it's okay. Oh, actually, I can just make him do the... That's what I want. That's what I want to do. Well, if I must know, yes, I must know. Don't mind the silence, I was just reading this dialogue. So, okay, so used to stream, jolly good for a time. Then moved on. Okay. So I'm still 100% listening, just in case that wasn't clear. Okay, so picked up again out of a request from people around you. Learned your fair share of knowledge. Wow, so affiliate in a few weeks. Okay, yeah, this is all sounding good. Frank. What did I do? Okay, so life caught up, busier and busier. Didn't have the time. Oh wow, so you use the AI to reset your followage. No, I mean, it's too bad if it's something that you enjoyed, but if you weren't enjoying it, I get that. That's quite the journey though, holy cow. So I'm taking it you don't miss it at all? Wait, you did too, Frank? Holy cow. So I'm just a baby when it comes to the streaming stuff. But I can see how it could start to wear. Oh wow, the alcoholic Frank era. That sounds tumultuous. So, you don't really miss it, but kind of. Okay. Well, it's interesting. I didn't even realize there were bots that could reset your followage to 0. I don't intend to do that right now, just FYI. I'm happy to hang out with you guys. But I can see how, like, yeah, like producing things for other people and feeling the pressure and trying to keep up a schedule when life is busy. I get it. Well, thank you for sharing your story. And Frank, you too. Like, it's good to hear everyone's story. I do kind of like them holding hands in this panel, though. Kind of adds that punch with the contrast of what he's saying and what he's doing. Oh, just one day? That is a very short era, but much better for your health. It was funny as I said, hey, I'm probably not going to finish penciling this. And then I just kept talking and drawing, and we're almost done penciling. Look at that. Look at us go. Look at us go. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stick with it. And because I'm in Central Time, it's not even midnight yet. Oh, so all the accomplishments and stuff, it tracks for... Well, wait. Because aren't the affiliate stats all, like, 30-day? Or did you already, like, get invited in, so you're set? That would be kind of funny to be a zero follower affiliate. There we go. Better? There? Is that the face that I want to make? Maybe not. Maybe not. Like, I do think it would be cool to be affiliate at some point, just because, like, I'd love to add my own emotes. And, like, I like the channel points, and you can do, excuse me, like, community challenges and stuff. I've thought of a few things that it might be fun to do. Just for kicks, but it would be good to limit it. I mean, I could just do them for fun anyway. So it's not a must. But that's pretty amazing still, Janos, being able to hit affiliate in just a week. It sounds like you did learn a lot. I'm glad you had fun along the way when you did it, but also I agree, like, some things, it's not worth doing when it stops being fun. Backpack strap. There you go. Yeah, that's very true. It's one of the life lessons that I am very slowly learning. I think I have the habit of being a bit of a people pleaser. I've probably said this before. Yeah, I agree. You have to know when something is not serving you anymore and it's time to just move on, right? You know, I think even like in my job, I tend to have a mentality that's very much like, I don't like to tell people no. Like, oh, I'm too busy, I can't do that extra thing. My supervisor is working on coaching me up at being better at being like, no, I can't actually do that right now. It's important, because if you just try to do all the things or keep up everything that you've ever started, you're going to drive yourself crazy and drain yourself completely. I agree, like 100%. Yep. I did not say that, Frank. I said I've seen your Instagram and you are good at arting. And come on, man. Nothing but support here, y'all. Frank, not true. Not true. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Not letting you expose it. I wasn't necessarily going to show anything on the stream right away, but I did want to at least correctly get your Instagram so I could put it in chat. Go look up Frank's comic on chat. It's Loosey Goosey Comic. And I'm just double checking my spelling because I'm tired and I may not get... Okay. I like it. Definitely not malware. So check that out on Instagram. That's Frank. I fully claim that Frank can draw. Do not believe Frank in this instance. Could probably make those sleeves a little bit longer, hey? Frank, I hope you're just joking. I know that imposter syndrome is very real for all of us as artists, usually. So I you know, if you're feeling that in any way, I am happy to push back on that and say you are indeed good at drawing. I didn't say it was abstract art. It is fun being back at home. I can see my mom dug up a lot of my old art for me. I didn't get pictures of it. There's quite a bit that it would be fun to share another time. But it's fun realizing just how much I drew as a kid. I didn't even remember half the stuff. And two, like seeing probably from like the last art class that I took, that commentary, I apparently struggled with backgrounds even then. Janos, you too. Do your kids ever gaslight like with the abstract thing that I definitely didn't say? I think kids naturally can do some stuff like that, yeah. You know, you push back a little. You're like, that's not a habit you want them going out into the world and doing to people. It's hard because there's also like that joking line, right? Like where you're just ribbing and everyone is kind of in on the joke and knows it. Obviously, if not everyone is in on the joke, then that's a bit more challenging. He was a social worker, so you told him he would use the belt on you. I could see that getting a few laughs. And also possibly concerned looks, but then again, like, were his friends then also social workers? They were his workers. Gosh. I think my dad and I used to joke. I think he heard it from somewhere else and told me about it, but we always joked about the possibility of flinching when he looked at me when we were out in public. I don't think I actually did it. I do recall one time I very much embarrassed him. We were like in the checkout line at the store and I was like 5 or something. And I was looking at the candy, and you know, there's the Nerds candy. And so I just, as a kid, start screaming at the top of my lungs, apparently vaguely gesturing not just at the candy, but maybe also at the people in front of us in line. Hey, Dad, look at the Nerds! Look at the Nerds! And now, this is 1980s when Nerd was not as perhaps favorably viewed. And so he might have felt a little bit like, you know, shh, bring it down. But yeah. Oh, so Janice, your parents did like, I guess, spankings or corporal punishment, they say. Is that it? Yeah, it's we don't do that with our kids. Like, it's, I think we're also in a very different era. My parents didn't really do that with me either. I get that you have to have consequences. You have to teach kids there are real consequences for behaviors. I don't know. I think at least in this day and age, my opinion is that there's better ways to do it. And as a parent, it's not something that I intend to do with my kids. That's my take. Okay, I get it. I mean, in the end, if it's something that you're okay with, like, that's what's important, right? Thank you. Thanks. Do you want a bag? No, the old bag is here. As long as it's like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like jovial relationship. Like, it's not just like openly ripping on them. You know. But I think there's a lot like about the context of a relationship, and that determines where the lines are drawn and should be drawn. Yeah, maybe I will draw. I'm holding the hand in this one as well. Yeah. That'll probably be the last thing I'm gonna do tonight. Love that this is a chiptune rendition of Girl from Ipanema. And maybe just touch up this a little bit. Yep, and turn off the sketch layer. Turn off the sketch layer. Did I do it? Did I do it? Yep, one more. You, she started telling waitresses to sing happy birthday for you because it's your 40th birthday. Was she telling them it was and it's not actually? Or was it actually your birthday and she was just doing it to completely humiliate you? You're 26. Okay. Yes, well, your username doesn't look a day past that. It's so interesting talking with people on the internet. Like, so I'm a lurker in Twitch chat. I very rarely actually talk to people. I just like absorb the goodness of the communities. So yeah, it's one of those things that you just, now that I'm actually interacting with people more and coming out of my shell a bit, it's interesting. It's good. All right. So it's a bit longer than I usually prefer to spend on pencils, but I'm really happy because I think we've done all of our detailed thinking now, and I can just focus on getting the pen pressure right for the inks layer. This is good. This is good. I'm happy with this. I saved. Oh, and I remembered to turn on time lapse last week, right? I did. Yay. Okay. Can you guys see that? Yeah. 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 This is what we did today. We're so creative. Except that, you know, Ashlee wrote the whole comic and kind of sketched out most of it. But yes, time lapse is the best. Let's talk about the time lapse. Although I will probably cancel that because I could just like sit and watch this for the next hour, and then next thing I know, it's like 1 a.m. Eastern and I'm still just staring at a recording of myself drawing, which is weird. It's real weird. Okay. Well, this is my stopping point tonight. I'm happy with this. This is good. Frank, Janos, it is always a pleasure to talk to you guys. Thanks for joining tonight. Yeah, same time next week. 10 Eastern time. I'll be back. I mean, since it's at least not officially midnight here, I'm okay to hang. I can hang for a few minutes and chat, but you know, sleep I've heard is somewhat important. Boo, go away. Well, fine then, if that's how you feel. Aw, love you guys too. Less than 3. I know that's hard. And I don't hate your art. Also, Janos, do you have an Instagram? I would actually be very interested in seeing your art if you feel like sharing. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna jam out here for a second. It's all good. Half an Insta and you don't post anything. Okay, well, if there ever is a way you could share some art, I'd love to see it. But we can figure that out. It's all good. Otherwise, I'm happy to just hang and chat with you. I really appreciate you guys. It's fun. I know I said it before. I love being here. This is fun. This is a really relaxing, calming space for me. Start reading a book on. Should I start read aloud streams? Although maybe not at this time of night because I'm already like not getting my words out super clear. So that would be a real interesting read along. Nah, not a social media fan. I respect that. I definitely respect that. I think probably it's a little bit easier for me than like for Ashlee to get into it, but neither of us are super big social media folks. What should I do? I actually have thought about reading segments of like graphic novels that I enjoy, like the kids' graphic novels, voices and all, like I do with my kids. It's super fun. But yeah, Janice, what are you thinking I should do? I like that. Take a bunch of lyrics from my favorite songs, mix up the verses and choruses, run them through Google Translate, and then try to read it on stream like a coherent, entertaining story. You know, it could also be fun, not just reading it on stream, but trying to turn it into a comic. That could be very fascinating. Also kind of unhinged, but that's sort of my sweet spot for comedy. Honestly, I like the absolutely ridiculous. Who's this old man you speak of, Frank? He's only 50. You guys, oh my gosh. Okay, I will admit it, I just turned 41. But at least that's not 57. Yeah. Yeah. You challenge my next comic to have no dialogue. I could do that. That's a good challenge as well. Oh, thanks, Janice. Yeah, I am lucky. I've always been mistaken for being younger. Like, even when I was out of college, people would still ask me, like, what grade in high school I was in. So that was cool. Very fortunate. I'm trying to take care of myself. But thank you. I appreciate it. Sadly, I don't get carded very much anymore, so it's all good. They think you're older than you are? I mean, depending on where you're at, that can be a good thing. I guess, it all depends on how you feel about it, honestly. As long as you're not like 20 and they're like, oh man, you look like you're 87. That's not so great. That might mean you're in a little bit of rough shape. But I'm guessing that's not what you're talking about. This is fun. I should do just chatting more. Yeah, I don't want that for you. Hey, while we're just hanging here, I totally want to show off this awesome Sonic shirt that Ashlee and the kids got me for my birthday recently. That was nice. Yeah, Yeah. I'm not quite ready to be a grandpa. It's weird as you start to get old enough that you recognize people who are, young adults as like, wow, you look so young. That's a weird feeling. Everybody, if they're lucky, gets there though. Oh, nice. What are you thinking of playing? Sorry, I'm just enjoying the just chatting segment for a little bit. I don't usually do this, so it's kind of fun. Dead by Daylight. I never got into the horror games myself. I don't know. I guess I was more of like a JRPG guy and platformers. Some platformers, but I guess I did play Doom, which is, I mean, it's FPS, but it's also a little bit horror. Oh, is it more like a team survival? Like what genre would you call it? Is there a game genre for depression and toxicity? I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on that one. Call for honor. So wait, you want to do this? And don't get me wrong, I'm all for online gaming and late gaming, but if it's, depression and toxicity doesn't sound great. A competitive survival game. Okay. It's funny, I also never really got super into multiplayer and online. Like, I guess in high school I played on it was like pre MMOs, like EverQuest wasn't even out yet. It was a MUD, so it was all text based. I did that, but ever since then I've mainly been single player local multiplayer gaming. Yeah, you're old. Yes, I predate my yeah. That's what I'm getting to learn the more I live, I guess. It's all good. Yeah, it's like I remember going to pick up a new game. I'm like, I had EverQuest in one hand and Diablo in the other. I'm like, pick Diablo eventually. What's a trip to think about? I mean, lots of things, but what in particular? That is the trip. There will never be more people older than you than there is right now, and it's constantly yeah. But it's a universal truth, which makes me feel a little better. If it was just specifically me, then I would be pretty sad. But you know, you can just flip that too, right? The answer was just you. Yeah, you can flip it though, because there's also like, right now, you're as young as you will ever be, which you can interpret both ways. But like, it's a reminder that there will be a time that you look back and this is youthful to you, which I think is positive. A reminder to be here and be now. Embrace what you got. That is not motivating. Don't hurt me. Sorry, I was just trying to say, like, you are, embrace it now, because like, but also, like, I'm in my 40s, and well, I wish that maybe I had a little bit more of like the time and energy I had when I was younger. I've learned so much, and especially in like more recent years have really learned to follow myself and choose the, like, pay attention to what I want to do, and try to navigate and trust myself a bit more. And it's resulted in, I feel like, you know, I feel like I'm the best me, the best version of me that I've known. And I think the goal is to always, every moment you live, you should be trying to build towards that. So there's good stuff too, right? Like, it's not just like we're all gonna be sad and old. It's like, no, you can still be living like the best life you can. You can still be good times. That's how I take it, at least. I'm fairly optimistic most of the time. Also, looking like being on Just Chatting and seeing my cam full screen, my eyebrow, it always does this. I'm not judging anybody. I can't make it not do this. It just wants to go up. Multiverse Waggy that learned interdimensional travel, laughing at you, saying you're the best you right now. Yeah, I mean, if they learned interdimensional travel, that's pretty awesome, and they can laugh, for sure. But yeah, flat eyebrows. There we go. It's good. It's good. All right, I'm doing the eyebrow thing. It's probably about time for me to wrap up. I know you're getting ready to go do some late night gaming, Janos. Frank, if you're here, I didn't say your art is bad, and you can't prove it. So yeah, well, have fun, enjoy it if you do, rest if you decide to rest. I hope things keep getting better for you. Sometimes Frank just kind of disappears. That's okay. We're excited when he comes back. Janos, no. No. We'll be excited to see Frank when we see him again. I just spent some time looking through, like, you know, elementary school Jeff art. I don't feel like I'm in any position to judge anybody. But all right, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna get some sleep. Frank, Janos, thank you guys both for being here. If anybody is watching this on YouTube, thanks for joining, watching. Hope you had a good time. Feel free to drop something in the comments. Let me know how you liked it. Yeah, I'll be back Thursday next week, 10 p.m. Eastern time, although I will not be in Eastern time. But yeah, this has been fun. Thanks, everybody. Hope y'all have a great night. Bye.